So I'm interviewing Hanif Nazarelli, and in the periphery there is Tom, who's trying to back off. Hanif is a member of Montpelier, a citizen, and one of the few adult citizen designs in the contest, maybe the only. So would like to tell us about your project. I think actually people can't see it, so it's kind of hard to talk about it. Drawings-wise, you could hold something up maybe. Yeah, that would be really nice. Thank you, Tom. He's got these long arms. So tell us some of your major ideas.
So you'll see the title is Connecting People and Place. That's a theme that I actually picked up on that I felt like reflects my role and my interests. I'm on the Complete Streets Committee of the city, and these are the issues that we're talking about a lot. How to get around, how to do it, by walking, by biking, and so on. So,
what's some of your paths?
So a key thing on this map is a new path from a village.
This is the roundabout by the dealership, and Agway's right here, and this is cross from Montreal.
Okay, I'm assuming that people know the place, but thank you. The access road has been one of the things that is maybe a challenge for the country club development because it's the only access, and there's a lot of concerns about traffic and being able to service 300, new houses, new dwellings. And so one of the reasons that I'm really focused on paths is like thinking about alternatives and how can we minimize the traffic and the number of trips that you're making off-site. So a lot of the design features have to do with alternative paths. So number one is here, and it connects back to the Cross Vermont Trail. And if you look at the map, you'll see that coming from downtown, if you follow the Cross Vermont Trail, you're really a very short hop into the country club property, as opposed to continuing down the trail here and joining a traffic line coming here. So if you were to walk or to bike, you can really get very easily up into this. And it's a lovely scenic route as well. This is a very steep hillside, so you're climbing up the hill, which is rewarded by the beautiful views. Yeah, so one of the features that I worked on was a new gateway along this Cross Vermont path, the multi-use path, with a couple of towers that would actually enable you to get some beautiful views, again, rewarding you for your climb. And part of the climb is you can actually cross through the towers and get a good ways up the hill. The towers are also housing some amenities, so you would have a place to park a bike, or even take a bike share and head on into town. There are benches to sit up in the galleries, so resting place, a drinking fountain, so a much-traveled road, not necessarily just for people in the country club development, but a much-traveled road is going to have this facility and have a landmark that marks a new gateway. So it's an alternative to the access road here. And then in the planning, and it would require a little bit of feasibility, are two other paths from the northwest. So from the northwest, pretty much the end of the buildable and clear open land that used to be the golf course, we're looking at a new path that goes around the ravines and heads off to connect with adjacent abutting properties, Sabin's Pasture, which a lot of people know is a beautiful piece of land, and right across to the college, so the College Green. Another branch of this is bringing you on a serpentine path right the way down to the Cross Vermont Trail. Now, the significance about this path is that it brings you to the Old Country Road, Old Country Club Road, which is along the Winooski. And at the moment, a lot of people drive down the Old Country Road, park at a turnaround place where cars are not allowed to go any further because it's a multi-use path. So this path actually comes down. You could, instead of just taking a walk along the Crossmore Trail, which what people are doing at the moment, you could actually make a little tour up really beautiful lands into the country club and either around the top and continue if you're the hiking Vermonters that do that sort of thing, or just make a little visit to the country club road, come back on a circular path. So that's the key aspect. That's a little barn, yeah.
This is Georgia. Oh my God. Sorry.
I've spoken a lot about connecting people in place, and I think the others will speak much more towards the housing options. But I think I've talked about the key features with this particular design.
Talk about the farm.
Oh, so.
You want me to hold one side?
Yeah, thank you. So if you can hold that. So one of the design principles that I was working on is that we densify the housing. So coming in from the access road or from a walkable path, if we have most of our housing in our diversity of neighborhoods all focused in one area, it leaves a 50-acre piece of land and a lot of the open land that was golf course, the fairways. It leaves it open to be enjoyed for recreational purposes, to be closer to nature, to have a lot of space that you can walk through. But it's also, sorry, it's also, it opens up the possibility of cultivation and.
Talk about this.
Yeah, so thinking about an agrarian future for this piece of land, a good way to start would be to have some homesteaders. People are actually looking not for row houses or cottage clusters, but actually would like a little homestead. So there's a cluster over here which you can still own or use a small plot with your house on it, but it has direct access to an allotment. And the allotments could be optional if you're a homesteader that needs that amount of land rather than working on something intensively. You could take it, and if you leave it, perhaps others in this community could lease that allotment and be living in an apartment but having a big open space and a meditative area and get their hands into the soil. So this is a sort of a transitional idea for encouraging people that have a farming outlook or an interest in agriculture. And the future that I would really love to see would be for a large proportion of this land that can immediately be farmed, that will be a sort of an incubator, a place where we could actually be learning about new methods that are sustainable and that are appropriate for our climate and environment here in Vermont. There's a lot of forestry, so there's a lot to really explore and possibilities, silviculture, using forests stewarding forests and using forests in a respectful and sustainable way. So one of the things that I see is the expansion of this agrarian community to this very scenic, you'll see a lot of people are putting houses up there, but a very scenic hillside here with, again, beautiful views. But I would say that that's deserving of not the $1 million people that want their $1 million homes on a beautiful hillside, but rather the people that really have a connection with this land and are really invested in this land. And I could see that in a trust form, if this land was put into a trust, that we could maybe have some investors in a facility, a learning facility, an extension facility, make connections with UVM and agricultural colleges, and have a place where our middle school could come and do their sugaring, and really learn about some of the things that they may be doing in their future lives. So,
Thank you so much.
thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Hanif. All right.
Thank you, Sandy, for giving us an opportunity to use our imaginations.
Yeah, you did use your imagination.
This is phenomenal.
So we're going to walk over now. Let's see who we've got here. Hi, Jeb. Hi, Dorothy. Yeah. Dorothy, you're being filmed. This is Dorothy, who's in 5th grade, and her sisters, who helped design the other contest, right?
Yeah.
So tell us, did you enjoy this project? What did you learn from it?
Well, I definitely enjoyed this a lot. I definitely learned that, well, it's one thing to have like a fantasy, but like it's really hard to actually create something that actually is realistic. And I had enough help. It wasn't 100% my design, but I got really creative with this, and I feel like I did a good job with my design.
What were some of your priorities?
Family-friendly housing and like almost a quiet neighborhood for people who don't want a lot of noise.
Those are important things.
Yeah, they really are.
What are some of the smaller details?
Some of the smaller details are things like, well, maybe like smaller houses just for like anyone. Maybe like there are also there are all sorts of houses for pretty much anyone. There's ones for just really affordable starter houses. There's ones like is it enough that you can like progress through like sizes of houses and move up to like a 2-story, 2-bedroom house.
Great. Thank you so much, Dorothy. I see Ruben, so I'm going to go get him now. Can we go see Ruben's? Ruben, can you tell us about your design?
Yeah. Mine is mostly just about recreation, yeah.
Tell us what are some of the high points.
Well, really, I've been working on soccer and camping.
Soccer.
Camping and, yeah, those are my two big, and bike trail
Yeah.
and walking trail all around.
Tell us about the sugar house. I bet a lot of people will be curious about that.
So the sugar house is kind of for, like, the school, like, of Montpelier Main Street Middle School, so yeah.
What would you do?
They could just come over every now and then and work there.
Great. This is Drew, who teaches at the middle school. Maybe you can add in some comments about the sugar house idea or doing campus off of.
So Ruben here sugared with us in spring. We have a program called Sustainability at the middle school where we tap trees up by Hubbard Park. Jeff Beyer previously would let us do it, and then Chris Hammer, his property is right up there. He partners with us. He's super generous. We tap 80 maples up there. Ruben walked up there every day after school with me to empty buckets with a big crew of other kids, including Jubal, whose work is here as well. And one time we had actually pondered the idea of a sugar house being down at the Country Club Road as a satellite school location for us as well, so that we could, in the off season, which is the majority of the time, fold the walls down, make it an outdoor classroom, and then have it be a learning environment in the spring. And maybe integrate it more into the sustainability program we have. If there was like a feast farm thing going on down there too, and just outdoor learning, project-based learning, working with folks in transition about equity and social justice as well. So that was one of the ideas about putting that in that space. Also, these are all these maples up here, which I can't tell if I don't remember if they're red or sugar, but there's a bunch of maples up there.
She can't see.
Oh.
Can you show the maples and the sugar house again?
So this would be like where the maples are, and the sugar house would be down here. So it'd be a gravity-fed kind of system. Sweet.
Thank you, Drew. How do you think it went having the students do this 6-week session?
From my perspective, I was pretty hands-off with it. All I did was a little bit of setup and organizing, but the thoughts that they had and the level with which they engaged with community-wide concerns and just social justice and equity issues was huge, as well as just the geospatial kind of architecture piece, getting them to think about landforms and how water flows and where permits are needed for travel and all these things I thought they would find so boring. They get really fired up about and they work with so well. They were really flexible about it.
I want to say a special thank you to Hannah Bryant for helping teach this. She was fantastic, and we had a lot of guests come in too. Thank you, Drew. All right. Oh. Hi there. Okay, you're on TV. Harrison, you want to tell us about, sorry your drawings got kind of banged up in the...
Oh, that's okay.
Can you talk about your project a little bit? We can hold it up.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a Fortino.
Hey,
Fortina, yes.
Yeah.
This is the teacher and the student from UVM.
So our Three Hearts Montpelier, Vermont was kind of based off of what we heard at that first meeting, trying to get housing for 300 different families and trying to preserve the ecology. Oh.
Sorry, you hold it.
Oh, okay.
I completely forgot.
So Three Hearts Montpelier, Vermont, made by Fortino and I. It aims to, preserve as much of the natural ecology that's there, cut down the least amount of trees, but also provide a community that's connected to downtown Montpelier and connected to each other. So we've got the woodland heart, meadow heart, and glade heart. And it has a lot of opportunity for recreation. Woodland heart. This is the glade heart. One thing we focused on too was just inspiring movement with the community so that everyone would have opportunities to walk and bike around and kind of pushing cars to the outer skirts of the area where it's not going to prohibit any pedestrian traffic. So, thank you, Sandy, for having us.
Fortina, do you want to say anything about the project or?
What also it was one of the goals, it was preserving the natural beauty of the space and also how we can add a healthy living aspect. So what we thought that the density was kind of important and also have anchor places that people will visit, not only Montpelier, but also not only from the neighborhood, but also from Montpelier, and also be like a landmark for the whole state. Like a place that people would like to visit as well here in the area.
Thank you. Well, we're almost to 5 o'clock. Let me find, Adrian, do you want to get started? Okay. All right.
So what do we want to do?
You can stand at that. Okay. We'll be right back. I don't know how to turn it off. Yep.
On camera, that's like the payoff.
I was like, I'm hearing myself. I have to hand these out. Okay, here's my list of awardees.
You got what?
I have. All right, I'm going to stand right here. I have my awards here. Okay. All right, so we'll just get started.
Do you not want to use that?
Oh, no, I'll just stand here.
Okay. Okay, folks.
Can you hear me?
We're gonna draw in.
Does that work? Okay. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started with our award ceremony.
Can you hear okay?
Can you hear okay? We have to, we're gonna start, and we do have a hard stop at 5:30. The soccer banquet's coming in, so before we start, if you want to take your drawings with you, please do. If not, we'll figure out what to do with them. Okay. Well, welcome everyone. My name is Adrienne Gill, and I am a city councilor for the city of Montpelier, and I have co-hosted this Vision Montpelier with Sandy. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Sandy.
Thanks, Sandy. Yay! Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom Bursey. I'm president of the American Institute of Architects in the Vermont chapter, and I was one of the judges. So.
And Brian. Brian, you want to come up? You helped. You helped. You should give you credit for all the work you did.
Hello, my name is Brian Jones, and I'm an architect and a neighbor of Sandy's. And we started putting this together a few months back, and it's been fun. Great to see everybody's submissions.
Yeah, thank you. And Casey Nava, who works at CVMC, was also one of the judges. So thank you, Casey, wherever you are in the world tonight. So yes, we started this project back over the summer, and it was an idea to really bring the community together, to start bringing some energy and some ideas back to the Country Club Road property, which is one of my favorite pieces of property in Montpelier. When you go up there, you just get this sense of, I don't know, it's just so beautiful. It's open, the trees, the recreation, the people that frequent that area. And I feel like we have such a unique and once in a lifetime opportunity to make a neighborhood up there. And on city council, I'm on the subcommittee for the Country Club Road property and working to put together an RFQ for developers and thinking about, having the developers submit their ideas. I really wanted it to be coupled with the community's ideas and thinking about what the community envisions, really integrating health and wellness and healthy food and making it be the most desirable neighborhood in Montpelier. And so with all of your ideas, after this meeting is our city council meeting at 6:30, we will be presenting all of these great ideas to city council for them to really just start thinking about what could be up there, start seeing the pictures, the ideas, and absorbing what the designs could look like when they ultimately decide, what gets built up there. So this is really great, and the ideas have been very inspirational. So I'll just run through a couple of, kind of where we were and kind of the process. So as I said, this was an idea that we wanted to bring the community together. And so over the past couple months, I think we hosted, I can't remember the exact number. It was about, I have it somewhere. I think it was like 8 different events. We got 16 submissions. We had 8 middle schoolers from Main Street Middle School. We had a team from Norwich University and a student from UVM with assistance from his professor submit designs. We had over 200 participants from the community sharing their ideas. We tabled at the soccer field. We tabled at the Fall Festival. Sandy went to Westview. She spent a lot of time at the middle school, and we really tried to get out into the community to gather ideas from where people were and to hear what they wanted. And what they want is a neighborhood. It's the last flood-resistant place in Montpelier, and they want to own a home. They want something that is affordable, that's walkable, you can bike. We had some ideas around golf carts and bike paths. From the children's ideas, they want dog parks and amusement parks and pools, and really just making it a very beautiful place where everyone can recreate and live and have affordable housing to help solve our housing crisis. I think this is a solution that we can work towards, and I'm confident that we'll get there in the next couple years as we start attracting those developers to build on this property. So that is all that I have to say for my intro. Should we start with the awards? So the first award we wanted to present, I've known Drew for many years. My kids went through middle school. They attended your after-school programs for better or for worse. Sorry for my children. For my children, you're amazing. You dealt with them, you supported them, and you're supporting the next generation of our youth and really just inspiring them to go above and beyond of what, our school curriculum allows, and just offering this as, an open invitation for the middle schoolers to come and learn about design and architecture, and you're just very inspirational, and I just wanted to thank you for who you are and what you do for our community. And we had 8 students at the middle school, and so last night during our voting discussion, we wanted to present you with $100 cash so that you can host a party, pizza party, whatever you want to do for the students to celebrate them. And thank you for your time. Okay, so thank you, Drew. So what I'm going to do, we have a bunch of certificates, and we are recording this, so I want to make sure I get everyone's names correctly. I hope I pronounce. I'm not the best name pronouncer, so I apologize. So Jubal Hudson, if you're here, if anyone's here, please come up and I'll collect them if they're not. And if you're not. So Jubal won the prize for Best Design for Municipal Amenities. Thank you. Ruben Time, Best Design for Recreation and Health. There you go, thank you. Oh my gosh. Vasily Sinkov. Prize for Best Village Planning. Sadie Bradley.
And Rosa.
Okay. Yeah. This is prize for the most imaginative public spaces and best Minecraft design. And Rosa, same. And I will just say we had 2 Minecraft submissions. They were amazing. We watched them last night when we were judging all the entries, and it was just so creative. I highly encourage you to watch the video. They're up on the website. You can really imagine where you're going in that design. So I really am just utterly impressed by the Minecraft submission. So thank you for doing that. Olivia Obuth.
Wait, also, I think, Rosa, didn't your group come up with the idea of the golf carts? Or is that more Olivia and Hazel?
That was Olivia and Hazel.
But as a middle school, that's a really good solution for pedestrian communities where people can't really walk. So
I love golf carts.
it works.
And then snowmobiles in the winter. I guess they could be like electric snowmobiles maybe, I don't know, or snowshoeing if you don't want. Anyway, okay, Olivia Oboth and Hazel Bryant, they were a team. Prize for Best Design to support people who have lost their home. So thank you for that. Dorothy Webb, Outstanding Community Design and Walkable Neighborhood. And I just wanted to give an extra special thank you to Dorothy. You attended our soccer field pop-up and spent, 2 hours designing with us. Just the most incredible mind I've ever seen. You can sit there and design and build, and I could never do that. That's not how my brain works. So I really appreciate your brain and how you think about, you see something in your head and you build it. Like, that's very, very unique, and it's very special. And you also did the same thing at the Fall Festival. You were attracted to our tent. You came and designed for another 2 hours. And I just want to say thank you so much. And Dorothy's coming to City Council tonight to present to City Council. So we felt you went above and beyond and took so much extra time to think about this property. We wanted to give you $50 to just an extra thank you. Hanif, I'm gonna get your last name wrong. Nazarali. So Hanif is he lives in Montpelier, and he's part of the Complete Streets committee, and background in public health, and just so inspirational, like your way your brain works and thinking about walking and biking and healthy living. And we've talked about, just ways to, better our community and have access to all of these amenities around healthy food and transit and connections. So we're awarding you with the prize for the best transit and connections and best design for local agriculture. And because your design was also just so beautiful and well thought out, and we can tell you spent a lot of time thinking about this is what you think about, and you put it on paper for us to really respond to and absorb. We are also giving you a $50 gift card. Nope. It's $150 gift card to the Hunger Mountain Co-op and $50 cash. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't see the dollar there. I was like, that's not right. Okay. Next up, okay, thank you. Got my little helpers here. So another team at UVM, Fortino Acosta Moreno, did I do it? And Harrison Lloyd. So Harrison is a student at UVM working with his professor, Fortino. They came down for our kickoff meeting and went back to work. And you designed a beautiful design, I don't know where it is, at your table. And we were very inspired by the cluster up in the corner, and I personally love the basketball court on the roof. I love how you utilized that space that we don't really see that often, but it's a great way to design and incorporate into the landscape. So we want to award both of you the prize for best landscape design and design for sustainable community, and we also wanted to award you $300 in cash. There you go. Thank you so much. Okay, we're getting there. Which one's this?
So these are all the same.
Oh.
Actually, from students here. So you could give them all to Kara.
Okay.
Or to Tolia. We could keep one for Tolia.
And this is cash.
This is yeah.
And what's this one? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So last but not least, right? Yeah. We had an amazing team of students and professor-led team at Norwich University. You can see their beautiful design up there. I don't know how many students there were.
There were 9 students, and I just want to give a shout out.
Yes.
Because it wasn't for a class.
Oh, okay.
So
yes,
I just want to thank the students for finding time outside of class to work on this with us. It was really great. And also, thank you for your vision and for exciting us. And I've already talked to Dorothy about Norwich University School of Architecture and Art. But if there's any other middle school students, please come and talk to me. We love your ideas. We were all saying, oh, middle schoolers, that's who we're competing with. And that just drove us further. So thank you for your enthusiasm and your ideas, the dog walking park, the Ferris wheel. I mean, we were too trapped in our thinking. So thank you for making us think more and design better in the future.
Yeah, it was great. Thank you so much. Well, so for your team, we have certificates for each of the students and also $300.
The AIA award.
It's AIA award. Specifically for your students, and $300 to maybe go out for drinks or pizza or celebrate, whatever college kids do.
Or for AIA student members.
Yes! There you go. So you're more practical.
Or both.
Or both.
Thank you so much.
And I'll give Tolia her gift certificate and certificate when I see her at City Council tonight. So is that it? So that was our award ceremony. We got through pretty quickly in 20 minutes. So you can meander around, ask any questions you all have, but we do need to leave at 5:30 for the soccer banquet. I was told, very strict. And yeah, thank you all so much again for your time, your energy, your designs. It's been a great journey. So thank you.
Can I make one quick announcement?
Yeah.
If I can make one quick announcement, or did we finish? Okay. The middle school is going to be doing another project. We're going to try to do a small development, and I have a potential site in Plainfield, and we're hoping that the same students will join us again, or maybe other students will join us. And I actually want to put this out to Kara right now, that it would be really fun to collaborate with the School of Architecture to actually start thinking about some buildings for the site.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
We'd love to work with the middle school students to design the site together. Yes. That would be really great.
So I want to put this announcement out that if there's any small land developer, we only need about 1 acre to 3 acres in town or outside of town. We'll take the best site and work with that. Thanks.
Awesome.
They can contact me.